So that's kind of, it's a very kind of Jimmy Page-esque lick, although a lot of people use this or something similar. Again, we're still based around the E minor pentatonic scale. There's a chromatic passing note in there, but we're actually in position 3 of the scale. So if this was position 1, position 2, which we looked at, we recapped on earlier, position 3, all the way up here, it's so just to recap, that is 17-19 on the low E, 17-19 on the A, 17-19 on the D string, 16-19 on the G, 17-20. You can actually get up to 20th fret on a Les Paul, it is possible, on the B string, and then 17-19 on the high E string. And what we're doing, just to slow it down, we're bending the 19th fret on the high E string. We're actually bending up to a D note there, so we're actually bending up to sound like the note 3 frets higher. It's a tone and a half bend, which is obviously bending to a note that's within the scale still. So you really want to get all your fingers behind that, or so your first, second, and third fingers behind your third finger to support that. And then we walk down, there's this chromatic passing note here, so we're actually going 19, 18, 17 on high E, so then we move on to it's another big bend. Actually, you can bend a tone and a half, or you can bend a whole tone. It's still kind of legal, you know. You're still bending to a note within the key, within the scale. If I was bending a tone, I'm actually bending up to this A note. But if I'm bending a tone and a half, I'm actually bending up to this this B flat note, which is the flat and fifth in the E blues scale. Generally, that's let's go for the whole tone one, because I think that's what I played in the beginning. But you know, you can experiment with both. A very mean sounding lick, and the beauty of it is it sounds nice, kind of fast or slow. You know, you can really kind of milk it in the context of a solo. But just to finish breaking it down, because I didn't actually finish that. So we've got bending, 19 up a tone and a half on the high E string, and then 19, 18, 17 on the high E, and then we bend up a whole tone on the 20th fret on the B string, and then we go, which is 17, 20, 17 on the B string, E string. Give it a lot of vib at the end. To play the same thing an octave lower in a different position, but still be kind of based around the, you know, still be based around the E minor pentatonic scale. Actually, that's another variation I'll show you in a second, but so you don't actually have to go down here and play it 12 frets lower. You can do that, but we can also play it on the B string, and we're in position, now we're in position 5 of the E minor pentatonic scale. So what we're doing here, we're bending 12 on the B string up a tone and a half to sound like this D note here, and then we're going 12 11, 10 on the B. Then we're bending the G string up a whole step on the 12th fret, and then we're going 9, 12, 9. You can really tease that bend on the G string as well. You know, you don't have to kind of arrive at the bend immediately. So, another position to play this. It's going to be different fingering. This will help you kind of map out the neck as well, you know, to have all options in which to play this sort of lick. Because this lick in itself, you know, if you're over an E root, this bend, you know, you can do something like that. Make a shorter phrase out of it. But what I'm doing there is I am bending on, I'm actually kind of sneaking into position 2 territory of the E minor pentatonic scale, and I'm bending 16 up a whole step, a whole tone, then 16, 15, 14, just walking the first finger down there, so third, second, first fingers, and then just walk your first finger down to 12th fret, and you want to kind of tease that, you know, add a bend to the G string, but then on the 12th fret, but then you cut it off with the end of the phrase, which is 14 on the D, 12 on the G, back to 14 on the D. So it's going to have a different tonality. So here are the we've got this one, then we've got this one, then we've got you know, an experiment with the phrasing and the timing and the picking dynamics. Even your pickups, you know, it's very smooth sound with the with a neck pickup, and you know, much more abrasive tone with a bridge pickup, and you know, more vibrato actually raked into the note there. Okay, so a variation on that previous lick. We're just getting a bit more daring with the bends here. Be this. I hinted at it earlier. You can probably see what's going on if you know the previous lick. So the first part is the same as the previous lick. So we're going just to recap. 19, bending up a tone and a half on the high E, then 19, 18, 17, walking it down, and then we're bending that's what's going on the B string. So we're bending, initially we're bending the 19th, the 20th fret up a whole step, and then bringing it down, and then taking up a further. I've got a limiter on this, or a noise gate on this sound, so I just need to give it a bit more volume. So we're bending up a whole step on the 20th fret on the B string, bringing it down, and then pushing it up again. You can repick if you like, or you can, you know, just let it go there, and then we're just topping it off with this, which is 17, 20, 17. Just that phrase, Jimmy Page. So it's yeah, just to play a similar thing. You know, we learnt the last lick an octave lower in a different position, in position 5 of the E minor pentatonic scale, and that's what you do there. So you know the first part. So it's the B string. You're bending that up on the 12th fret, tone and a half, and then 12, 11, 10, and then we're going So that's 2 frets worth, down, and then up 4 frets worth, aiming for this B note. Bring it down, and then we've got 9, 12, 9. So just to recap. And the octave higher, that is also that bend there. We're bending this this G note to sound like a B note, so it's you know, it is 4 frets worth, or 2 to 2 whole tones. We also looked at this lick a little while ago, in this position, between positions 2 and 1 of the E minor pentatonic scale. You can play this lick there as well, but it's a big bend, you know, to get that first finger. On certain guitars, your first finger will probably fly off the neck, you know, because you won't actually physically be able to bend that, to actually push that down far enough for it to reach the pitch. But I'll just take you through that, just in case you're in that position and you want to play a similar lick. You know, it's good to have options. So we're going 17 on the G string, up a whole tone, and then, sorry, 16 on the G string, up a whole tone, and then 16, 15, 14, and then we walk the first finger down to the G string, and we go. So that's first finger. We bend. Don't dwell on this for too long because you'll kill your fingers. But we're going all on the 12th fret. So it's first finger. So it's up a whole step and back down again. Release it, and then just about gets the pitch. So go. So bring it up 4 frets worth, just there, and release it, and then we go 14, 12, sorry, 14 on the D, 12 on the G, and back to 14 on the D. Again, not one that you're going to really be kind of dwelling on too much because it is a bit of a killer, but it's good to have options. You know, different positions in which to play the same thing. Another lick I'm going to show you. It's a much shorter lick. While we're on the subject of Jimmy Page, we're not going to attempt to play this with one finger on the G string there, but if you're a Zeppelin fan, this should put you in mind of Since I've Been Loving You, or he did like his big bends, still does. So we're going just to play it up in position 3, where we were previously. It's almost, you know, like the second part of the previous lick we looked at, but slightly different phrasing. We've got on the B string, we're going 17 and hammer to 20, and then you just take it up 4 frets worth, so you're bending that G note up to a B, so you're bending 2 whole tones, and then releasing, and then you can go finish off with that same phrase that we looked at, which is 17, 20, 17, all on the B string. You know, it depends how you want to pick this. You can pick, hammer, bend, release, and then pick, or you can, you know, when you've actually got that bend up, you can pick it there as well. Loads of different variations. And the octave lower, that's all on the G string. It's 9, hammer to 12, and then bend up 4 frets worth, or 2 whole tones, to make this G note sound like a B note. Release, back to 12, and then 9, 12, 9 to finish.